the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Coming out of the end zone, here's Dontrell Hilliard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They give those 2
down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a scoreless game. KC's offense ready to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. And he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
A gain of 16. First down, Tennessee.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He gets it to Burks again. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Henry again on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Tannehill on first down. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the...
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. They'll roll him out right. Open man downfield. That's Smith-Schuster. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 34 yards to gain that time. Another first down. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 29 yards. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tennessee offense set to go again. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill running the slant. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they will set up shop at their own 40. Starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. So we have come to halftime. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tannehill. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert there on 4th down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Again, Tannehill. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Speedy, elusive, always a threat to get to the quarterback. Frank Clark remains a high-end defender and made his 3rd straight Pro Bowl in 2021.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. Rashad Fenton, the one to bring him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Tannehill. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Tannehill to throw. On the board here in the 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right.
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 73 yards. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hilliard now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Tannehill. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's 5. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. We've made 1 more play. Could have had our shutout.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining